Hello guys, this video today is to show you how to optimize a listing on Amazon that's selling a piece of jewelry. So this client came to me with this silver belcher link bracelet, and it didn't really have much information at all to begin with. You can see it's got 3 images here. The images are zoomable, they are large enough, so that's good, and all 3 of them you can zoom, so that's fine. But one thing to note is Amazon do often prioritize listings that have got 6 or more images, so it's often worth adding more if you can, because that will always help you. And also it gives you a better chance of conversion, because the more images you have, the more the customers can look around and see what the product's going to look like and zoom in. Same as a shop. You want to obviously have a nice close-up look at any product, so if you can give the customer more information, more images, it's only going to help things. So here they've done quite a simple title. You can, on the jewelry section, have up to, it says 500 characters, but that isn't true. It's normally up to about 200, 250. I would never go over 200 personally, because that's long enough to get enough information on the title without it becoming too spammy, or just being too lengthy really. So this we're going to change. Down here you'll notice there is a distinct lack of bullet points. Now, bullet points are massively important on this part of the page, because that's where most customers are going to look and learn about your product for the first time. So if you leave those bullet points off, first of all you're going to lose out, because this little competitor down here, Red Ribbon Lingerie, is going to normally nick that space, and Amazon will show a competing product here right next to your product. Secondly, Amazon obviously put a lot of information on their pages these days as well, so you want to be putting as much product information as you can get away with on the page really, so you command more information. Down here, the product description, again, very kind of light. There isn't much to go on. It's just a couple of sentences. So in comparison with everything else on the page, there's not really that much. It's going to make you, it's going to grab your attention. Everything else just jumps out, and you almost have to search for the product description. So that's the unoptimized version. This is the optimized version that I've worked on. Now you'll notice that the title hasn't actually updated yet. Amazon is a bit funny like this. Sometimes the title will or won't update. Sometimes the same with the bullet points. Normally after 24-48 hours everything updates in the listing, but often if it doesn't, what you need to do is very simple. You just send Amazon a quick message via the seller support area, and just ask them to update the area they haven't updated. Most times they'll do it. Occasionally you'll find you're up against Captain No, and he just doesn't want to do anything. So we've had that a few occasions where you have to prove you're the brand owner, or send a picture of a UPC or an EAN, like a barcode. My suggestion on that one would be just let the case expire, go again in 24-48 hours, and hopefully you'll get a more lenient seller support person that will just update it like most of them do. So anyway, forget this is not updated. We discussed that earlier. We would put a few keywords in here, make it slightly longer, but keeping it under 200 characters. Now this is what I was talking about, the bullet points. What you want to do is make them more informative, make them stand out. You can do that by putting the first sentence in capital letters. Amazon do have guidelines, but bear in mind they're guidelines, so you can do this type of thing. And if you check, a lot of the best performing listings on Amazon do have this layout, compared to a lot of the poor performing ones that don't. So you can do your own, make your own decisions from that. But yeah, basically what you need to do is a nice, nicely worded 5 individual bullet points. Try and draw on the features and benefits. What I've done, I've taken quite basic information that the client gave me, some from the product description, some from the actual information that they've supplied separately. You're just going to ask them all about the brand, and then I've turned these into just full bullet points that are much more informative, read nicer, command more attention, and just sells the product. It just gives a nicer experience for the customer when they're on the page. So likewise, towards the bottom you'll now see the product description here takes up a lot more space than it did previously, so you are commanding more space on your own Amazon listing page, which sounds mad, but that's how Amazon work these days. It's all about advertising dollars in it for them. So you want to just put in as much as you can. The limit on this is about 2,000 characters. Again, it varies with category, but you can easily do that. Just highlight it on a Word document, right click, and you can do your word count on that and the character count. You'll notice as well what I've done is format this as well. So I'll put some in bold, and I've also put some paragraphs in here. Firstly, it takes up more space, so it goes back to the whole having as much space as possible about your product on your listing. And secondly, it makes it easier for the customer to read as well. If it's all laid out nicely, it's just, again, a better experience for your customer. Down here, again, on the first unoptimized version, there's nothing really to go on. You know, I personally wouldn't have necessarily bought this product based on, you know, the very short paragraph. Whereas you go to this one, and the optimized version gives a lot more information, gives more features and benefits, and gives more of a reason for the shopper to convert. So that is my optimization discussion on a piece of jewelry. I hope that helps you with your Amazon selling. Thanks for watching.